Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Zenkaioh JyuraGaon set from Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. This is our first mecha for this year. And you can see we have two of our robots here. We have Juran and Gaon. And basically how it works this year is each set of two can combine. You can see kind of a half and half robot here in the background. They will be able to mix and match when we finally get the other two as well. But for now, we just have the one combination. But we do have a couple of different modes. So each of the robots has a robot mode and an animal mode, and then they have the combined mode. So decent amount of playability here, which is pretty exciting. Here's the cover of the box. I think it looks great. Very fun, very colorful, very bright, eye-catching. Love the giant robot looming in the background. I think that's really fun. Taking a look at the top, you see a pretty cool group shot there of the team. Not too much going on the bottom there. On the side over here, it just kind of shows the two robots merging together. And then over here, we have a shot of the two animal modes. And it was kind of funny, in the show they did, when he had them combined, they kind of ran towards each other and they kissed, which I thought was hilarious. Pretty adorable. So you can see here on the back, you have the robot modes, you have the animal modes, and then you have the combined modes. Now, I'll be honest, the directions are very, very sparse. They literally tell you how to connect the pieces that come loose in the box, and then they tell you to combine them together, and that's it. They don't tell you how to transform them into the robot modes. They don't tell you how to transform them into the animal modes. And the way they come in the box is just like this. The two like long half pieces, like you're getting ready to connect them, and then the arms are all loose as well, and you have to connect them on. So I'm going to walk you through transforming everything because the directions were not there for me, and I just had to kind of figure it out by looking on the box. And I don't know that I'm 100% correct, but I think I am because there's only so many possibilities. But we'll take a look at everything. So box is pretty cool. I really like all the design and graphics on the box. I think the pictures all look great. Going to go ahead and get everything out of there, and we'll take a closer look. So yep, this is exactly how you get it in the box. All the arms are separate. You have these weapon pieces, and then you have these two pieces just like this. So I wanted to show it to you exactly how it comes in the box so you guys can get a feel for how to put it together, how to figure this stuff out, because the directions are not really great. We're going to start over here with Juran. So the first thing you're going to do, take the arm piece that has the, I guess, symbol on it, whatever. It's kind of a nice metallic, which is really cool. You're going to take this and you're going to just peg this right onto here, and it will snap on very nicely. Then you're going to take the other arm, which is a lot more basic, and just peg this on here. So there you go. Pretty much most of the way done. Now, first off, I'll show you the robot mode first. So we're going to come around, fold this piece in, and then this is going to snap closed like so. This arm piece, you kind of want to get this out of the way first, and then this is going to rotate all the way around like so. And then you can kind of split these apart and then just bring the arms down. Then this is going to slide into place and then spin around. Now this has a piece on the helmet here for the dyno mode. In the other mode you can kind of hide the eyes. It's not much, but it's a little something. So you can hide the eyes there. But there you go, that's pretty much your robot mode. You can give him the sword. Just peg that into his hand. And then he's got this shield piece that has a clip here on the back, and that just pegs in right here. So you kind of have to keep the hand straight down. I mean, I guess you can use it a little bit like that. So honestly, this is better than I expected. I'll be 100% honest. I appreciate that the legs can split apart. I think that's, a big deal. I guess technically he's got knee articulation if you want to look at it like that. But it's a DX Sentai robot. I mean, this is pretty much what we expect. Just have arm movement. I think it looks good, though. I think the head's nicely detailed. I think the T-Rex head looks good. This is obviously for some larger combination. This piece here is not used for anything, and you can see it's kind of like a track. I really think this is going to be for this turning into an arm for a larger robot. That's what everyone's been hinting at online, and I think they're right, because this track is not used for anything that we're going to do today in this video. And that's definitely like a nice shoulder connection, I think. Plus, it would be very simple to just kind of push this together, and then here's your one fist. And then that's basically an arm right there, so we'll see. Time will tell. But in the meantime, I think this little guy's cool. I like him. Could he have more articulation? Sure. But, you know, it's a Sentai mecha. There's not really any point in complaining about that. But overall, I think the color scheme, the design, paint applications would have been nice if the orange would have went all the way around, obviously. They skimped a little bit there, but all in all, pretty cool. Next up, we have Gaon. Very, very similar. You're going to take this piece and you're going to peg it in right here. Take his arm and peg this on the other side. Then you're going to flip this around. This whole piece is going to flip around and peg closed. Then you're going to bring these arms straight like this. Flip these out of the way again. Bring this whole thing down like so. Split the legs apart. Now it's a little tricky to get his head out. What I like to do is kind of flip this piece out and then use that to pull the whole head out. And there you go. And then he's got this claw that you can go ahead and peg onto this hand there. And again, he's got that really nice... I like these little chrome symbols here that they all have. They're going to become like chest plates in the giant robot mode. And again, he's got this connection piece right here on the back. The head sculpt looks pretty cool, and it's nicely painted. You have some... So you got some nice metallic green paint for the eyes there. Same for the lion's face as well. It's got the 25 on there. And just to show off Juran's, he's got the 16, which is pretty cool. I like that. Let me zoom back out here. But again, it's just the arms move around. And again, technically knee articulation. So, but then showing them off together, they're about the same size. They look pretty cool. Like I said, I really thought that they were going to be worse than they are, but having them in hand, I don't know, they're definitely growing on me. It's funny. I really thought the legs were going to be stuck together, and I feel like what a difference that makes just being able to split them apart. I think they really look much better. It gives them, you know, a little bit less brickness to them. But yeah, I think they're fun. I really like them a lot. Now we're going to go ahead and next we'll check out the animal modes. So we'll start with Juran. We're going to go ahead and take the sword out of his hand. Take the shield. You're actually going to take the shield and you can see it splits down the center. And that's going to go around like that. Just fold in half. Next we're going to take the arms and kind of put them straight out to the back like that. You're going to take the head, just flip it around 180 degrees, and then just kind of push that visor down to hide the face. It's not great, but it's the most we can do. This is going to flip around to about here. You're going to bring the legs down, and then you're going to just flip this down like so. I like to leave the legs split apart still. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you can see that there are 2 peg spots right there, and that's where these pegs are going to go in. So just peg that in there, and then you're going to push this back just a little bit, and there's a tiny little channel right in here that this is going to slide into like that, and then bring this down, and there you go. There is your T-Rex mode. It's not the best. If you want to open the mouth, you kind of have to just lift up the top of the head, because if you pull open the bottom, it's going to start the music for the transformation. But you can open up the top of the mouth without anything going off. So, I mean, this is not the best. The arms are just hanging out here. The head is in plain sight. I don't know why the head couldn't retract into the body like they did for Gaon. I'm not really sure. The tail's okay. The The legs down here are not the best, and he's got the tiniest little T-Rex arms right here. So, you know, honestly, I feel like if they could have just had the head recede into the body, I would have been mostly okay with the rest of it. It's not great, but the head sticking out like a sore thumb is what bothers me the most. I mean, the legs are weird, but they don't bother me that much. It could be worse. It's really just that head just sitting right there. So that's a bit of a bummer. Gaon's going to have a pretty similar transformation. I'm going to go ahead and take this off temporarily. You can go ahead and flip these hands out. Then you'll have your lion arms, as you can see. This is going to flip around to about here. And then this is going to flip down like that. And then you're going to push the head back in. And then this will clip over top of it. And there you go. You are done. I don't love this. He's very weirdly skinny in this area. I don't mind the legs. I don't really mind how either of the legs work. And you can actually unclip him because he doesn't have any sounds in him. All the sounds are in Juron. Come on now. There you go. So you can unclip that a little bit, which I think looks pretty good. I like that. You don't have to... I mean, I don't like that his jaw is all the way in his abdomen, but you can at least leave it a little bit like that, and then it just kind of looks okay. And you can open the head a little bit from the top if you want. So I don't mind the lion mode except for this area right here. Just even if this was just somehow a little filled in, or if there was a piece you could put in here very much like that shield piece. Like if they could take this and somehow made it go in here to just fill this space, I feel like that would have been better. But ultimately, it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best. And I guess technically you still have this articulation. And I guess you have this articulation as well if you want to pretend he's got knees. And he's got this still as well. So, it's alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the combination. I'm going to go ahead and take these pieces off. Put all this stuff off to the side for now. Oops, he's falling down. So we'll start with Gaon because he won't start any sounds just yet. So we'll clip that. This comes up here like this. This will spin around like so. These will close back up. You can kind of, let's see, I want to put it like this. And then this one will go straight down. And then this will flip around. And then this will flip back out. And there you go. That is one half. Put him down for a sec. We're going to peg that together. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So this slides around like that. Unfortunately, it just hangs there. Again, they do not have a good place to put this thing. Oh, I see. He can't recede because of the speaker and all the electronics. Okay, that makes sense then. That's why he can't recede into the body like Gaon. All right. All right, I'll forgive it. So this is going to go up like this. And then as soon as I open this up, we want to spin this around like this. And make sure that's straight down. So as soon as I open this... And now we just want to peg these together. I love the standby music though. So there we go. We have our transformation. I don't know why, but flipping open the two heads up here really reminds me of the double driver. I don't know why, but it just does. I guess it's kind of similar to how you would activate the double driver. So, but anyway, here he is. He is a fairly chunky robot with some skinny chicken legs. You do just have this head just still hanging off the back here, which is a bit of a bummer. Otherwise, I don't mind the other arms here being a backpack. I think that's fine. I guess technically he has knee articulation, if you want to say. Can't do much with it, but otherwise you have arm movement. And really you can't go back because you're going to hit into the head back here, but you can go forward. I guess he technically can go back a little bit. And then I will try to zoom in and get you a better look at the head. Gonna need some light to shine in here. So again, I really like the chrome here for these two chest plates. I think that looks really cool. And then the head sculpt, I think it's fairly basic, but it works. I like how the horns and the head crest each have, you know, the color of their respective piece. That way when you merge them with other pieces, it's always going to be, you know, whatever they bring to the table, and you can make a lot of different mix and match possibilities, which is fun. And the head looks pretty good. So yeah, all in all, he's not super tall. I wish I had. Unfortunately, I don't have Kira. Wow, I can't believe I'm blanking on his name now. Last year's mecha. Anyway, wow. Okay, so that just went out of my head. That'll come to me. Anyway, what I do have handy, just because I happen to have them handy, here is the Hasbro Megazord that they did not that long ago. Basically about the same size. Kiramajin. Wow, why did that take me so long? Sorry. I don't have Kiramajin handy to compare. I would imagine they're probably about the same size. Kiramajin might be a little bit smaller. But anyway, here is that Hasbro Megazord. And then randomly, I don't know why I have it handy, but here is Zenkaioh, which is fun because that was the other anniversary season. So you can see how Zenkaioh is much taller, much just larger in general. And he's missing his hat because I don't have that, which makes me sad. But in any case, we're back on this. He's cool, though. I like it. I think it's going to be fun. I really think it's going to be neat when you can finally mix and match when we have the other two. So I think that's kind of fun. And, of course, we can give him his accessories here. So we can give him this sword. We can open up the shield again. And that pegs in here. Now, again, you can do that, but it almost kind of hits into this and looks a little weird, so you probably want to keep it down. And then this, you could clip in over here, or you could clip it in over here, so whatever you prefer, but that can clip onto one of the arms. So yeah, he's neat. I like him. I'm really excited for the possibility of mixing and matching. I just wish his legs weren't so thin, but as long as it keeps his weight up and he's not going to fall over or anything, I'm okay with it. I think this is a fun set. I mean, yes, it's a DX Sentai mecha, so it doesn't have a ton in the way of articulation or posability, but it does have a decent amount of functionality. I mean, we only have 2 of our main 4 robots here, and we already have like 5 different forms. You have the 2 different robots, the 2 different animal modes, and then the combined robot mode. So the individual robots are actually a lot better than I thought they were going to be. Having them in hand, they're growing on me. I really like the look of them. It's a big deal to me to be able to split the legs apart. I feel like that makes them seem a lot less brickish. I thought they were going to be stuck together. I think I was looking at the mini plow or something. But they look good. I really do think they look good. They don't have a ton of articulation, but they're nicely detailed. They could have a little bit more paint. I feel like they cheaped out on some of the orange paint on Juran's arms. But other than that, I don't really notice anything. I think they look pretty good for the most part. The head sculpts are nice. The robot modes look good. They have good accessories. Again, could have more articulation, but it doesn't seem right to complain about that with Sentai Mecha because it's been that way for years. It's not going to change anytime soon. You either like it or you don't. The individual beast modes, not the best. Definitely where I think this set falls short the most, but they're not terrible. They're kind of fun in a quirky way. You know, you just have to know what you're getting into going into this, and I think they're okay. I do. They're not the best, obviously, but I think they're okay. I think I don't even want to say, I was going to say one is more successful than the other. I can't even say that. They both have their weird things. So, you know, the T-Rex has the weird legs and the super tiny arms, and you can't really open his mouth. But then the lion has that weird like arching back section that feels very hollow that I wish they could have done something with. So neither one is really perfect, but they're okay, and they're in their own quirky ways. I can appreciate them. The combined robot mode I really like a lot. I feel like the torso is very strong. I love the two crests coming together like this. I like the two jaws on the side. I like the head. The arms are fine. The legs are fine. They're just a little thin. You know, they're kind of scrawny. I wish they were a little bit wider just to kind of balance him out aesthetically. But I do like it. And I'm also really excited for the possibility of getting the other two robots so I can mix and match the halves and come up with all kinds of crazy possibilities. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, honestly, I think this is worth picking up. I know a lot of people are trying to figure out what's the best option because, you know, there's the Change series, and then there's the Udos, and then there's the DX, and there's the Mini Plot, and you're going to get a lot of the same stuff over and over again if you buy everything. But I mean, this is the DX set, so it has the full transformation capabilities, has some nice paint applications, some nice chrome, does have some electronics, so you get some sound effects there. Not a ton. The sound effects are really only for the combination of the larger robot. It would have been fun to have some Juron specific sounds in there as well, but I get it. Then they wouldn't have had Gaon specific sounds, so they didn't have a way to kind of make it even, so they just did it for the transformation. I get it. So at least we have there, because the standby music is a lot of fun, so I'm really happy that we at least have that. But yeah, honestly, I think this is a fun set. If you're getting into Zenkaiger this year, I definitely think this is one to pick up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.